All right. This is Indie Love, and I am doing a couple of, I don't want to call them one-on-one sessions, but just a couple of conversations to talk about Indie Love in our 5 years and people who have, participants who have come and how they heard about it and what their experience was at Indie Love. So I have Miss Shay with us today, and I also have Lauren, AKA Mackenzie, with us today. So any of you who have participated in, I'll say, the first 3 years, you would know Lauren. That's my sister cousin. She's always at the table working and all that kind of stuff. She didn't get to come last year, and she was coming this year, but COVID just kind of threw us all off where ain't nobody going nowhere right now. So Shay, tell me how you heard about Indie Love and where you're from and all of that good stuff.
So I'm originally from Philly, but I live in Maryland, and I heard about Indie Love. So I've always been like a super crazy romance novel reader, but I started like throwbacks, Brenda Jackson, like and the little square paperback books type.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started getting a little more into the social media side of it, and I follow Alexandria House. I read
Okay.
Let Me Love You, and Audible had recommended it to me. So after I downloaded that, and then I saw in all the comments like, "Oh, if you're not in the house party, you're missing out." So I went in there and I was like, "Oh, what's this all about?" I said, "Oh, y'all crazy over here." And then so she had posted that she was going to be at Indie Love. And so then I went to the website and I saw all of the lineups, and I read a few authors that was already on the list. And then I'm kind of like extra. So I went and was like looking at all the other authors, and I was like, "Oh, well, let me download a book from that author. Let me download a book." I think I found like 6 or 7 new authors that like, I was like, "Oh my God, where have I been?" Because I'm a little extra that like that.
Okay. And you know what? That is part of what Indie Love is about, introducing you to new authors that you've never heard before. So some people who come, they're there to literally just meet. Um, I want to see my Arthur. I'm in love with Christina C. Jones. I'm in love with
Mhm.
Alexandria Warren. And then it's like, oh wait, well, who is this? And they end up talking. Well, they end up going to the panel discussions, and then they come out and they meet somebody. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, I didn't know about them, because we have one person a couple of years ago. He said his table was kind of light until he got up there and was talking about Shakir Rashan was talking about what he writes about, and then his table was popping after that. So, um,
That's how I
what
found
was
Back to Love
your?
You.
So, just give us an overall view of what your experience was.
It was really cool. It was my first time actually to Atlanta, so that was nice. I'd never
Okay,
been
what
to
year did you come?
last year. I just
Last
was
year.
there
Okay,
in
here in Atlanta.
2019.
Okay.
In Atlanta. So that was my first time in Atlanta. So I actually stayed with some family because I was like, I don't know nothing about this. I'm not about to be popping all in and out. I'm not that adventurous. It's like, I know Atlanta can be a little crazy. So, but I went and I Uber. First of all, I had the sweetest Uber driver. It was like 40 minutes away. This old guy telling me all about Atlanta and everything. So I was like, all right, sir, this is cool. Y'all nice. This little Southern hospitality. I could dig it. But it was really cool when I first walked in. I got the swag bag. Everybody was so nice. And I love that, like, for the simple fact that there'd be a whole bunch of Black women in one room. And it wasn't like no cattiness. It wasn't like no, everybody was like, hey, how you doing? Like, I was in line and I started talking to so many people that was like on the same reading groups on social media. And it was like, oh, I seen your name. And they're like, well, what's your name? I'm like, I seen your comments. And I love that, like, everyone was just there to have a good time. So it was really cool. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
I love hearing those kind of stories because it makes me feel like I'm doing what I am, what I feel as though I'm destined to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I love hearing that you connected with people. And everybody always says, oh, it's like a big family reunion. And I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Alexandria Woodhouse was what started it for you. Did
Mm-hmm.
you meet any new authors, or was it somebody you was fangirling about that you wanted to um, talk to, or all of that kind of stuff?
So I was fangirling. I also started Christina C. Jones with the Wright brothers, and then I went back. So I saw that like when they first dropped, and then so I read them as they came out, and then I went back and like read her entire catalog. Like I literally didn't do anything for like weeks. Like in between everything, my phone is in my hand, and I'm just on Kindle, and I literally read her entire catalog after the Wright brothers. So I met with her, bought a few of her books, and then I love was it Kenny Plus, I think Washington from Plus by Sabrina B. Scales.
Oh,
I think the character name is McKinney. I think it's McKinney. But anyway, so I was like obsessed with his character. I'm obviously a fan of Dreadheads. And so I was like obsessed with his character. And, and I met Sabrina B. Scales, and she was so cool and down to earth. And I had one, I think a Purple Rain t-shirt. So like we was talking about that, me and CCJ. And then so like everybody was just so nice. It was just like, oh my God, like y'all write books, y'all take y'all time out to like, you know, put all this out there, and y'all so cool. Like, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes you think of people who doing all of this and they have fans. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming and they're a little standoffish sometimes. But it wasn't like that at all. And then I met Diana W. I met her, actually have her shirt on right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Material. I was like, let me represent since I'm doing this. So I had never heard her. And I sat through the panel discussion, and I was intrigued by her story and working and writing. And so I stopped by her table and I purchased the shirt and I got a book. And then I was like, okay. So then I did the same thing. I went back and read her whole catalog and was in love with it. And so it was really cool.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, we're definitely gonna be in Atlanta for 2021.
Okay.
New Orleans has scared me. I mean, the whole pandemic is, you know, but
it is definitely scary. And I've been working this whole time, so I understand. Like, I'm in the house, don't do nothing, go straight to work, close my office door, talk to me at my office door, don't come in here, don't step behind this threshold. So
I understand. I completely understand. I had to end up working from home because I'm an educator. So I ended up having to work from home. And as yet, I'm still not going stir crazy. My anxiety, I don't suffer from anxiety. However, we went out to eat the other day, just to Chili's, just nothing major, just to Chili's. And I was fine. They had everything social distanced and the whole nine. But you know how when you finish eating, you kind of sit around and you chit chat. I'm ready to go.
Saturday will be the first time we venture into the out for dinner. Maryland just started opening up their restaurants, and they only open up the outside. So only restaurants who have outside dining are allowed to open. And so that was like 2 weeks ago. So my husband, our anniversary is actually today. And so
happy anniversary.
Thank you. And so we're going to venture into the out and have a nice little dinner. I'm nervous though. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. I mean, you know, so I was just talking to someone who's from New Orleans, and she was there, and she was saying she was just there the other day, and she was like, Josh is just, you know, I said, and what if we hadn't canceled? I mean, I said I was following behind Essence Fest. I said, whatever Essence Fest will do, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not canceling nothing yet. And then when Essence canceled, I was like, oh shoot, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
And so, and even the hotel reps was still like, oh, we'll be back open and you'll be fine. And I was like, nah.
Because then people are still nervous, even if everything is open. You don't want to lose what Indie Love is about and not have the audience that's what it's there for. You know what I mean?
And the authors and I, we did a Zoom, and we all just kind of expressed how we felt, you know. And that was the thing. It's like Indie Love is about getting together, the hugs. I taking the selfies and all of that, and you're not going to be able to do that this year. So it's like, okay, let's just nix it. You know, it hurt my heart because we were celebrating 5 years, but it's okay. We're gonna have a blast on Saturday, Friday and Saturday. And so
work with it up in the background. I said I'm gonna be at work with it up on the background.
Okay. Friday. I got you. Friday is gonna be more of the Arthur's taking over. I'll be live for a couple of minutes or so off and on, but they're just gonna take over. I don't think any of them are going live. They're just gonna be sharing different their game. They're gonna play some games and all that kind of stuff. Saturday is
Okay.
gonna definitely be live
Okay.
all day long, all day
Okay.
long. So
Okay.
if you could convince one person to come, what would you tell them?
I would tell, and I tried to get my cousin to come. She was a nurse and she just got off a 2-hour shift, so she was really tired. But I was like, look, listen, you're gonna love it. Like, first of all, let me send you this book to read. Like, you're gonna like this book, and we gonna have some fun. And then I was like, and then there's bars and stuff around. Like, we gonna go get some drinks and we gonna hang out. And she was just so tired. She was trying to send her husband at her place. I said, he don't want to come.
And it's funny when you see men walking around, you want to ask them, who you got dragged here? They dragged you in.
Right?
But no, it's a couple of men that come and that read,
Yeah, I
you
saw a
know,
few.
yeah.
I saw a few. But I would literally just tell them that they're going to have a good time. And people who don't even think that they're interested in like romance, contemporary, urban, whatever the case may be, like just give one book a try and you'll love it. Like I had my husband listen to Let Me Love You and Let Me Hold You. He
Okay.
stopped after Let Me Hold You, but he was like, he liked it. He was just like, I can't, like, I'm done. But and so he always walking around mimicking like a line from Big South. He like Big South in your mouth. Like, so he was actually going to come with me this year. We were going to come together, and I was like, "You gonna come?" And so he said he wasn't going to come to the event, but I would have got him to come. So I just feel like people need to give one book a chance, and it's going to send you down the rabbit
hole. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna be Alice in Wonderland soon, just going through the
Yes.
motions.
Yes, that makes me so. I mean, there were so many husbands that were. I had people telling me my husband want to come, and I'm like, okay. You know, they were like, well, he wants to go with me to
They
New
like
Orleans, and
it.
I wanted it to be a girls' trip, but he wants to come. It's like, child,
They like
you might
it. And
find a
then when
book
they
that he
start
likes.
reading about what this stuff is, they be like, "Oh, my wife listening to some freaky stuff." Okay.
Yeah, what you reading? Okay, watch yourself now. But say,
Exactly.
I thank you so much for participating.
No
I'm gonna
problem.
edit it.
Hopefully,
Okay.
one year I can come as an author. I actually just finished my own book. I
You
just
did tell
finished.
me that.
Yes.
Yay, you did
So
tell me
hopefully one
that.
year I'll be at there and I'll have a table and I still get to meet all my faves and be there as an author too.
Okay, so do you feel like you want to share a little bit about what you're working on or what you
Yeah,
got or
so the title is Stay a Little Longer, and I pay homage to my city. It's based in Philadelphia. It's
okay.
about a young law student. She's in her 3rd year of law school, and an older guy who just graduated with his PhD. And so they kind of are at two ends of the spectrum of what they want to do in life, but they are drawn to each other. So they just have a bunch of trials and they don't know if they're going to be able to make it past that because their goals don't necessarily align with one another. So
Okay.
yeah, so that should be dropping soon. I'm waiting for a cover right now, and I'm gonna be doing a cover reveal. So I'll tag you some stuff if you want. If you want to be a part of the cover reveal, I'll give you a tag. What,
That is awesome. I will have no problem supporting independent Black women doing their thing. I promise you. I will share it across all my social media. Just let me know when it's dropping. If you do some pre-promo stuff, we'll pre-promo it for you and the whole nine.
Thank
I gotta work on keeping my website, those books up to date, but as far
it's
as
hard. I just updated my website yesterday,
yeah, it
and
is.
first of all, it took
It's
half my
hard to
website.
remember. Like stuff drops so fast, and it's like, oh God, I'm constantly trying to, keep it up. So, but I will definitely share it all across
Thank
my
you. I
Twitter,
appreciate that.
Instagram, and Facebook, all everywhere. So just so I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. Okay.